What is up, everyone? Yeah, no, I just, you know what? I need to get my uploads in for the day. However, the same nonsense, the same BS is still going on. They got an update tomorrow coming up, but yeah, no, this is so ridiculous. Like for a game that's so money hungry and greedy and making so much profit off of the really shitty system that they have in terms of like buying gold and then, you get a cloth, but it's not even permanent. Like you can't go back and reclaim the cloth that you purchased prior because, it's like it dies with your character. All that stuff dies. It's just money hungry, greedy, like well, I'm not going to go there, but it's just it's really frustrating, right? It's extremely frustrating because as someone who has a high standards for video games, and I know what makes a game good, I know what makes a game bad, I know what makes a game greedy, and I know a lot of people are going to argue, "Oh, well that's personal biasness." No, it's wisdom, right? Wisdom's earned off of experience and time. And there's different levels of intelligence and stuff like that. But anyways, as you can see, you know um, they're making all this money, yet they can't fix their servers. So I wanted to bring this to attention, right? Because it's really frustrating that there are people out there like me basically giving this company free PR or just motivating people to get back into it, etc., etc. But it makes me feel kind of gross, right? Because it's like promoting energy drinks to toddlers. Like basically promoting, not getting paid for it, promoting a game that's very greedy, and they're clearly focusing on the wrong things to fix and work on. And so it's like they worry too much about, oh, someone's hacking the game to where they dodge pellets and they hit all their shots. We need to focus on that. And it's like, no, you need to focus on the fact that your game keeps, dying, and you need to focus on different, like, look here. Let's go to the best server. Best server. I should be able to connect. I mean, look at this. There's people there. There's people here. Well, actually, no, there's just people here. Let's see. Can I connect to this? Since this is, yeah, no, it can't. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like, as a gamer, I'm looking at this game, the company that and the devs, the people that are coding, all that good stuff. I'm looking at that and I'm like, okay, what are you doing with all of this money? Like, it costs $5 to create a new character slot. Why? Why does it cost $5 to make a new character slot? You're limiting the players on mechanics slash functions of your own game. You're basically pulling a Destiny 2 type of thing where you're like, oh, do you want to buy our game for $80 or $60? Yes? Okay, here you go. There it is. And you're like, awesome. You boot up the game and you're like, wait a minute. How come I can't do A, B, C, all the way down to Z? Oh, well, you need to buy this expansion to do A through B, and then to do C, D, and E, you need to buy the second expansion, and then you need to buy this and that. And it's like it's like the same concept of giving someone an incomplete game. Like people that get rushed on their games. Like biggest example, which was a pretty big letdown. Kingdom Hearts 3. That game felt so linear, so rushed, and you could tell, like, dude, there were so many, like, it just, and then they came out with this DLC for it later on down the line, and it's like, how about you actually sit down and think as a gamer? Stop thinking like a fucking greedy ass business, right? Like charging people for making new characters on the game. Like, it's counterproductive. Like, why are you going to make people pay to play your game? It's like it's just it's God, it's what's ruining the game industry today. It genuinely is what's ruining the game industry today, is all these microtransactions. Like, when you look at the money side of it, It's greedy as fuck. Because when you look at World of Warcraft, right? And you think, okay, back then you could just, get the expansion and you're all set. You get the expansion, you're all set. You can have all of this stuff. You can farm for all the mounts. You can get everything. The only things that were low key, like pay to get, were refer a friend. You refer a friend, your friend buys the game, but you both get, or you or your friend or both get the mount, which I believe it was the person who was doing the referring. However, it's like that was cool because I would be like, hey, who wants to play WoW with me? You do? Okay, here, I'll refer you. I'll get this mount and we can ride around together on this mount. That's cool. That's an even trade. Now the game is like, oh, there's certain mounts you can only get if you spend money on it. And yeah, they're making a gigaton of money for that. And people are like, what's wrong with making money? Well, here's what's wrong with it. You're shaping the way games are being made. You're shaping the way that companies are seeing that they have to make their fucking games. And it's shit. It's awful. It's garbage. This is garbage. You guys are making a ton of money at Deca. Ton of it. Well, we have to pay our employees. What are you paying them to do? Sit around? Sit around and eat fucking chips? It's like you're not focusing on the shit that matters. Right? No wonder why the game died multiple times. And it's like, well, if it died multiple times, that means it got re-brought back to life. No. There's people out there like me that are getting people back into the game, and this shit happens. And it's like, don't blame me, the content creator, for your shitty game. Don't blame me when people are like, oh, this game is ass. Well, it's like, well, at our company, we strive to make games for gamers. For example, you can spend $20 to get 2 character slots, but we're going to have a deal where you get an extra one, so in total 3 for the price of 2. It's like, what the fuck? There was literally a deal on here for 3 character slots for $20. When it costs what, like $5 per character slot? Or is it 6? Because it's like 600 gold. And I think 500 gold is $5. That's literally giving you how shitty this is. And then when you go to the marketplace and you buy like a cloth for your character, right? You buy a cloth for your character and the character dies. You go back to the marketplace, you go back to that same cloth, and guess what you have to do? You have to buy that cloth again. You spent real life money on something that was temporary and you can't have access to again. That's what I'm talking about. That's shit. But it's a permadeath game. Yeah, it's a permadeath game, right? But that doesn't mean it's a you lost your money type of game. Like when you create barriers in your own game, that says a lot about the people behind the game. That's how I know that you're a bunch of poser-ass gamers. You're just posers. It's like doctors who are like, really shitty at communicative skills or social skills. Because, just because you know a lot about human physiology, right? Or human biology, or somewhat about human psychology, whatever, right? Just because you went to school for 10 years doesn't mean you're intelligent in other avenues of intelligence, because there's not just one form of intelligence, there's multiple. And so it's like, these people who are like, oh, I went to school for this, I went to college for this. It's like, yeah, big whoop. You had someone else teach you how to do something that you were quote unquote so passionate about. I mean, it shows here, especially with the oops, ... It's like an existing connection was forcibly closed by the remote host. Why? These are the questions as a CEO. If I were to make a game, I would be on this shit. I'm not sucking my own dick here. No, I'm going to be on this shit. And I'm going to be like, hey, why was the remote, why is it forcibly closed? Let's explain to the person who's looking at the fucking screen, spending time on our game, why they cannot connect. Let's explain that, because it's just oops. How come other games can explain it, but this one can't? You know what I mean? It's like shit like that. Like, take notes and update the game in a way that matters and improves the overall gameplay, game style of the fucking game. Don't sit there and be like, oh, you know, our game's dying, so now we need to raise prices on gold and everything else. No. You need to change the game. It's dying because people don't want to play this shit. People don't see the point in, you know, playing a character, spending money on a fucking, like, real life money on a character, let alone pets, right? And that's the thing too, is like, you have to have experience or wisdom in this game, which, mind you, I played this game back in 2013 to 2015. You have to have wisdom, which is basically experience and time in this game to know not to spend your money on shit, like useless shit, like the fucking cloths, like linens for your character to change the aesthetic. You know, like, how come people can't have unlimited vault space? Oh, you gotta buy vault space. You gotta buy inventory. Okay, you're limiting your players yet again. This game has so many limits on their players, right? And you know what they decide to focus on, which is really like irritating to me, is the fact that they decide to focus on shit that YouTubers that have somewhat of a following are complaining about. Biggest example. Messaged Deca. I emailed them, and I tattletaled on someone who was hacking. And it's like, okay, well, what type of hacking are they doing? You know, are they transferring money from Deca's bank account to theirs? Are they, you know, collecting user data? At that point, yeah, fucking report that shit. But if they're literally, quote unquote, hacking to dodge the pellets that are being shot at them or to hit the enemy with, you know, basically auto aim, you're focusing on the wrong stuff here. That's what I'm saying. Because also, in a business perspective, right? Because here, let's beat them with their own mentality, right? Let's stoop to their level. In a business perspective, the people that are hacking, there's a big group of those people. Most of the people that are hacking were like, wow, this game's so greedy and money hungry, and, you know, I just keep losing my characters and losing the shit I'm spending real money on. If it's not your pet or feed power, whatever for your pet, which, mind you, you don't have to spend money on that, but people do, and then they defend Deca because they spent like $1,000 or $10,000 on their divine pet. It's like, I don't know. It's so fucking frustrating. It's so frustrating when I see games like this because this is genuinely a fun concept. This game is a fun concept. The design of it's great. You know, I have fun in the dungeons. I have fun with people I play with. But what I don't have fun with is the fact that, like, you know, like, again, the greed. They make, and then it's like, it has this snowball effect where smaller companies will look up and be like, oh, that's what I have to do to make money. It's like, no, just sit down, make a complete game with no barriers, like, for the players, as in, how come I have to spend $6 per character slot? Give me free access to that. How come I have to spend money on vault space? I should have unlimited vault space. Because if you think about it in a business perspective, do you want people playing your game for a short time or a long time? Think long term. Think like an actual gamer and not just a poser who went to college and had someone else teach them some shit. Tell them how this stuff works. Oh, I have a piece of paper that says I'm qualified for this. No, clearly you're not fucking qualified to make a good game because there's a lot of shit in this game that, you know, doesn't work. Oh, yeah, look at this. That's so ridiculous. Yeah, so anyways, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, like, I went through and I troubleshooted all the shit on my end. And there's nothing going on my end. It's all on Deca's side, their server's side. It's like, fix the shit that matters. Fix the stuff that's important. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So ridiculous. It's genuinely so frustrating to me. It is so frustrating to me when games like this are. It's like, look, check this out, right? These, sure, why not? Right? But look, candy for a Candyland, 200. Let's look at their prices. Right? Look at this. 500 gold for $5. And they're like, oh, but then look, the more money you spend, the more gold you get. This is the best value here. Yeah, no. $100? Of course the company's going to say that's the best value. And they're going to tell you, this is the most popular one to get, 20 bucks. Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, right. And here, let's go over here. Look at this. I was right. You have to fucking spend, check this out. You have to spend $10. $10 to unlock a character slot. But then it's funny because look, they're telling you, oh yeah, you know, oh, you can get 2 character slots for $10. Why? Because it tricks people. Because now people are like, oh, I'll just get 2 character slots for $10. You spent $10 on a game to make 2 additional characters, homie. I don't know about you, but I think you just got fucking raped. You just got fucking scammed of your money. And in here, let's go over here. Look how expensive. Look how expensive. 3,600 gold. You need to buy fucking either 3 of these, so that's $30, or you can buy 1 of these, 20, and then buy 1 of these. So in total, again, $30. It's a scam. It's all a fucking scam. And you got these pet skins over here. Doesn't give you a divine pet, right? Like, this is a divine pet here. Like, this is, well, the skin, right? This doesn't give you a divine pet. This doesn't give you a divine pet. It's just the skin. It's fucking ridiculous. You come over here. Feed power stuff. They lower the price on a lot of this. $4,790 for this one item. It's like at that point, God, it's such a scam. You got these eggs here for 1,200. You know, and people will be like, "Oh, this is where it's at. You get this right here. You know, 3,500. Get 2 of these. You're set." Okay, so 3,500. You're gonna get 2 of those. So you either spend, you know, let's see here, 26. So it's 38,000. So or 3,800. So again, $30. So $60. So 3,500 times 2, 510, 0, 1, 3, 4. Yeah. You would. It's like, it's not worth it. And here, let's come over here. Let's come over here. Got all these blueprints, you know, to make items when you can literally just farm for it, right? They're literally even down to the fucking this. These little shards. 5 gold. It's ridiculous. Let's come over here. 400 gold for a tier 6. 275 for that. How much does this cost? $5. $5 for a tier 5 cloak that everyone can get. Everyone can get, but this $5 to even afford this, to buy this. Dagger of Malevolence. $10. It's literally $10. You don't have enough for 5. You got to get the 10. So it's like, oh, well, you might as well spend it on this. It's all a marketing ploy. That's all this shit is. And then here, let's go to the cloths really quick. Let me, if I could find them. They're selling everything. Like, if you're making this much money on a game, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that are rich and they're just like, you know what, I'm going to just spend money. Fuck it. It's only $20. Fuck it. These are not permanent. These are not permanent. And they're like, oh, spend fame on it. Wow, okay. Oh, there we go. Let's say I buy this. Let's say I want to buy that. I have to spend $5. And then I'll get this. And people will be thinking, oh, that's a steal. I can get this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Yeah, but once you come back, it's going to say this exact thing again. Buy for 100. And this is all facts, by the way. The company can't sue me for this shit because this is facts. Why is it facts? And why am I saying it's facts? Because it is. It's true. These are truths. This is not defamation. This is truth. Large galactic cloth. You get this, 150. You got to spend $5. And I've had 40 gold, I believe, since I started. And look, these dies too, 50. If you want even a plain ass die, you got to spend $5. And in here, let's look at the battle pass. We're going to really address this shit. Let's see if the battle pass gives anything. Any gold. Something useful. Nothing yet. No gold. Yeah, these don't even give gold. No gold. Yeah, no, it's lame. But you can buy the cloths with fame. Yeah, but you know, let's not forget the most important thing or the important aspect of this game. That's leveling up your pet, homie. This has to be leveled up, and look what it costs. It costs fame to level this shit up. So it's just frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating. Because like, oh, and I forgot to change my pet to Spooky before I evolved it. But, you know, it's like, look, check this out. You can spend 1,200, which is $10. And it's like, oh, now I can, go over there, please. Now I can, you know, upgrade my pets all the way up to legendary. And it's like, do you realize how much time it's going to take you to even get your pet up to the point to where it can fuse into a proper legendary? A long ass time. And guess what you're going to be doing for that long ass time? Earning fame. All the dungeons you're doing, bonus fame, all that stuff, that goes into your character. Look at this. I'm going to get 11,000 fame if I die right now. Like, see, you get wine cellar, you get bonus fame for completing all of this stuff. Everything. Ice Tomb, Ocean Trench, Tomb of the Ancients, everything you get bonus fame for doing. Structure kills, grotesque constructs, undead, beasts, everything. Everything you get bonus fame for. Party level ups. Just playing the game. So don't spend money if all you have to do is play the game. But that's the thing. That's my biggest gripe. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And then you get freaking server connection issues. Mind you, I got a direct connection. That cable's in. Mind you, my computer's storage is perfectly fine. Much space available. Many gigabytes. Like, look, all this shit. Everything. Why? If you're gonna be making people spend actual money on all of this, like all of this shit, and people are like, oh well, you know, the battle pass gives you free stuff, and then the exalted gives you some even really better stuff. No, it doesn't. What? Oh, ghostly archer skin? This looks lame. What even is that? And people are spending money on this. No, Deca, fix your game. Fix your staff. Figure out what's going on with it. I'm going to take a break today from this game. I'm going to come back tomorrow after the update, and there better not be any freaking issues with it, or I'm going to continue to be the cynical, just, you know, brutally honest type of YouTuber. I'm not going to be sucking your dick. And here, let's go to the shop. Let me show you this. Beginner's Pack gives you 1 vault chest unlocker. Beginner's Pack 3, 2,000 fame, 1 character slot. And this is it, 1 left. See, you can't keep buying this. There's only 1 left. Only 1 left. It's honestly so ridiculous. Come down here, and it's like, oh, we're giving you a deal. Okay, what are you giving me a deal on? A mystery ST piece and 1 class mystery skin. For 1,119. That's $10. It's not worth it. This right here, seasonal vault. You know what's so funny about this? This shit's temporary. This is temporary, and that costs $2,599. Look at this, $20. $20 for temporary vault space for the month. Ridiculous. And then they got all these keys. It's like, and these are considered deals. Here, let's go to the food. Ambrosia. It's ridiculous. Super Ambrosia box, by the way. Check this out. You have a chance. You get one of the rewards listed below. You know what's funny? They promote it as Ambrosia, right? You have a much greater chance of getting these 3 items than you do this one alone. It's like, do you want to gamble with your money to get, you know, feed power for your pet? Look at this. It's so money hungry. Let's go to pets. Yep, same thing. Legendary. Let's go to equipment. People can literally buy a set. How crazy. Pay to win. Oh, and it comes with, you know, looks like it comes with the skin. Oh, no, that's just, hold on. Oh, yeah, no, it does. Oh, never mind. Look. That's the legendary loot. Then you have epic loot. Then you have rare. This gives you a chance. It doesn't even tell you the percentile of what your chances are on getting that. They just advertise it as, this is what you get. And people are like, oh, it only costs $199. They come over here, spend $5. They come back over here, buy it, and guess what they get? Like a fucking mystery ST shard or something, or one of the pieces. Like, I want someone to make a video of them being like, oh, Vampire Rogue set, let's buy it. And let's just keep buying it until we actually get the legendary loot. And you know, we'll actually use that as a percentile, which I think it's illegal for the company to show you that and not actually show you the percentile. But I'm not trying to cause legal issues here. So, but I will say that it is, you know, ridiculous. And it's funny because, look, 2,000 fame. 2,000 fame for tier 11. Some people are actually buying that. I know because I've met many people who have. Backpack pack. You get 4 backpacks and 4 backpack extenders for 899 gold. Let's come over here. Wow, look at that. You got to spend $10. Isn't it oddly convenient how a lot of this shit is $10 that you have to spend? Vault bundle. When I click on this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For 6 vault lines. By the way, a vault line that I'm talking about is this. So look, it would unlock another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each line 2, 4, 6, 8. So in total, that would unlock 48 slots. People are like, "Oh, that's a steal! That's a steal!" Check this out: $5 to upgrade the vault by one slot. It's $5 per line. That's ridiculous. Look at this. $5 to upgrade this. And people are like, "Oh, that's crazy. That's, all the way up to 64." You're getting scammed, my boy. You're getting scammed. Don't even get me started on this stuff. It's ridiculous. Get the battle pass, buy the celestial stones, get all of these, mind you. Look at that, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 of them. And then you can choose one of the following. This game is notorious for its greed. It is so greedy. You want to change your name? That's going to cost you $10. Again, oddly convenient. And yes, I know a lot of people are like, just play the game. No, this shit needs to be talked about. It needs to be brought up because stuff like this is ruining games that are coming out. Absolutely ruining them. It's playing a role. And personally, I love video games. And when people are shitting on video games, making them really shitty, I'm going to have a say in that. So yeah, no, this is ridiculous. I'm going to take a break for the rest of the day. Deca, fix your game, talk to your staff, whip them into shape, and actually think about your game in the perspective of a gamer and not a money-hungry, greedy corporation. That being said, everyone else, have a wonderful rest of your days. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day off. And as always, next time, tomorrow, we'll see if the game update improved the quality of it or not. And yeah, go drink some water if you haven't. Take a shower if it's been a few months. And don't spend money on this game. Don't be spending money on all that shit. If you are, let me say this. If you are going to spend money on this game, and I mean what I'm about to say. If you're going to spend money on this game, make sure you are only spending money on things that matter. And the only thing that matters in this game is your pet. That is the only thing you should be spending money on if you are spending money on this game. Or if, and that's a big if, you are going to be spending money on this game. Which I don't recommend you spend a lick on any microtransaction on any game you play. You should just free to play it. Play it freely. Work your way up yourself. And don't, fall for these scams. Don't fall for this shit. Just play the game. And demand better quality in your games. And that's exactly what I'm doing, is I'm demanding a better quality. Because it's, again, like $10 is basically everything that you'd have to purchase. Mind you, you stack all that stuff on top of each other. That money stacks. 10 plus 10 is 20, 20 plus 10 is 30, 30 plus 10 is 40. You're already at $40 spent without even realizing it. So, yeah. Deca, I'm sorry, but these are all facts. You cannot sue me for this. I already checked in with the lawyer. Yes, I did. It's crazy. Before, I even spoke on a topic like this. But yes, these are all facts. I even showed the proof in the butter. It's in the game itself. I'm just bringing awareness to these business tactics. Because, again, at the end of the day, they're treating it like a business and not a video game for gamers. Made by gamers. It's just, Yeah, so alrighty everyone, I'll see you in the next part when we get there, and take care of yourselves so you can game another day, and don't spend money on microtransactions on any game in general. So alrighty everyone, see you in the next part when we get there. Ciao.